Hey guys, so you know the way, we constantly complain about Wizards of the Coast? Well, today we don't have to do that. For once, there's a different company making an absolute joke of themselves. So this happened, when did this happen? Like last Thursday or so?
A few days ago, yeah. It's
Uh,
still more or less fresh in the game drama atmosphere.
it was actually, it was Thingy that I first saw it from. It was John the Basic Expert. He's actually doing the artwork for Death March, so he is. And the thing is, he's worked as doing commissions for people for a very long time. He's moving more and more out of that because he says it's just not fun to do commissions. Being at the whims of different companies and whatnot, you're better off just doing your own thing. That's what he says. So, what's Leyland Press's views on what's their opinions on how they treat people? Do you want, Garbu? Do you want to give us the honors?
Yeah, I'll read this. So, Leyline Press, who makes such ravishing items such as the Bastard King of Thraxford Castle or the Island of Glass. I'm sure you all have heard of these before.
Well, I saw they did one about Jacob Lee's Mog, so they did. But I kind of, some of it looked, honestly, okay, I won't be completely mean to them. Some of their stuff I kind of was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. Pity I'm never gonna buy it now. You know what I mean? Because some of their stuff actually didn't sound
like some of their new stuff
appalling.
is basically mutants. There's mutants and werewolves, werewolves, I think it's called. And then there's the
what was
new
the one
mech
about
game we got
horses?
coming out.
I saw something about horses. Someone said there was one really creepy one about horses.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't know. I saw a tweet about it, but yeah. So look, why are we even talking about these people? Let's just get that out of the way, will we?
So dear all, today has come to our attention that one of our editors on Salvage Union, the new mech game, is currently working on Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Has been involved with other problematic works that have received widespread critique for bigotry and other harmful issues.
So that's why you should check out Lamentations.
Yeah, honestly, if you like dark, gritty shit, Lamentations is pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, for me personally, I need to get
Hey kid, you like dark humor?
unironically, yeah. I would say, honestly, my favorite adventure ever is play Deathfrost Doom. I bought it about a year ago, and in that time I've run the game 4 different times, like that same exact adventure 4 times, and I actually really enjoy it. I think it's going to be like my default for if I haven't got anything set up. Like, say okay, I'm going to run a game. What am I going to do? Oh, I haven't done any prep. Okay, I'm just going to run this instead. And everyone that I've got to play it so far is really enjoyed.
I'm just going to send it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But yeah, check it out. But look, we'll talk more about Lamentations once we finish what Leyland Press has to say about them.
Yeah, which is, of course, going to be... Well, we believe that these are highly problematic games by authors and companies whose politics and it's like they're wrong think.
Yeah, it is actions wrong thing. I love, the best thing is these guys are from London as well, which makes it so much funnier to me.
Wow.
What is it about the English that I've got no... Honest to God, see if you're watching this in your English, what is it with English and their complete lack of self-awareness when it comes to
Why
any of
can't
this?
you just be normal? Screams and teeth.
Yeah, screams and Anglo. It's like, why do you guys have to be like this all the time? All the time.
So, and companies whose politics and actions we vehemently disagree with. What have they done that's so horrible? Like, what they go gas a bunch of an oven? Like, what actions do they have that's so problematic?
I think
you guys showed women dying in a fantasy game.
I think that's honestly the biggest one. It's because there is a lot of violence. The violence is turned up to 11 with Lamentations, and a lot of people they go like, yeah, exactly, and they go like, ooh. And then the other big problem that I think Lamentations has is it was too connected to Zack Smith for too long, and Zack Smith is terminally online, and a lot of people hate him for a lot of different reasons. And the guy got Me Too'd, even though there's very little actual evidence about the whole Me Too thing at all. It's just his ex-wife is mental.
You mean any evidence whatsoever?
No, there was nothing. And that's the thing. I think people just use it as an excuse to beat him over the head because people already hated Zach to begin with anyway. It was just the perfect excuse. It's like, right, we can't stand Zach. Let's, let's tear him down. And then
let's slander his name.
Exactly. And then the other big thing is Lamentations actually probably do the best pay out of any company if you work for them doing commissions. The pay split 3 ways between James Gadgey, the publisher, the artist, and the writer, and that's it. You know, it's a 3-way split. Everyone's pretty much even. I think James makes like 35% or whatever, and everyone else, it's still divided up as very fair as humanly possible, you know. So, and I think that's why a lot of companies don't like that. A lot of companies want to pay their people the lowest possible wage that they could possibly do. You know, this is what I love about them. People that are like, oh no, we're very liberal. You see, we believe in workers' rights and whatnot. It's like, yeah, but we're going to pay our employees as little as humanly possible.
As low as possible.
Yeah, and that's
Get
actually
that profit margin, son.
That's the thing, though. I'm not even joking. That is, and there has been a lot of cases where James Laggy has been kicked out of a lot of events and whatnot because other game publishers do not want writers to go and work for him because his pay is just too good, you know. And it's not that they couldn't compete; they're just fucking greedy, you know what I mean? Like, that's really what it comes down to, you know.
Imagine being kicked out of a club because you pay your employees too much.
That's pretty much what it comes down to, though. The only thing that I've got against, you know, my only problem that I've got against James is he's a publisher and he doesn't know how to sell books. But I think I think he proved quite a bit with this one. So look, let's keep going. Let's get to his the firestorm that was created from all of this, will we? Let's finish this bit off.
Well, hold on. Well, there's more to this. So, while we're unaware of this prior to hiring him, it is our responsibility. So, listen to the wording they used. It was our responsibility to check the work history of freelancers we work with. We are sorry that we did not do so as carefully as we should. We should also like to clear that this editor had no developmental role in Salvage Union. He was hired on a freelance basis purely for proofing and editing, the same thing he did any other place. In order to avoid ourselves and our contributors being associated with these damaging politics and actions, we have removed the editor's name from all of these Salvage Union books. We will not be working with him again in the future. Listen to this fucking... We want to apologize to the tabletop community, including our readers and collaborators, for this mistake. We will vet all of our contributors more thoroughly in the future. If you have any questions or concerns, please get in touch with us. So basically, it's like, you are wrong think, thus you are being Stalin removed from the entire book.
Yeah, another thing that they never pointed out was, did they just take his work and banish him? And are they
probably
pay him?
They probably took his ship, didn't pay him, and kicked him out. And probably like, we're gonna save a bunch of money.
They never addressed that. They never addressed that. So what's the deal here? I wouldn't put it past them.
They more than likely kept his work, didn't pay him, and kicked him out. Absolutely is what they fucking did.
And then the other big problem,
I have no doubt.
The other biggest problem that I have with this is it's threat by association. How dare you work? How dare you be an independent freelancer agent? How dare you work for these other people? These people, do you not know that they are guilty of wrongthink? Have you not joined in on our minute of hatred for the day? You know, they want to control you, you know, and that's really what it comes down to. And I love it whenever the tabletop community, we have our best interests at heart. You couldn't just turn around and be like, look, we really don't really like that company, if to be honest with you. The stuff that they do really isn't our thing. They could have just, instead of, like, you know what, if they really did not want to work with someone who also didn't want to work with it, they didn't have to make it public. What they're trying to do by doing this is trying to fucking sink him. They're trying to fucking sink this person, and they're trying to, you know, they want them done for. They want a sacrificial lamb, you know.
I believe it's two ways. They want a virtue signal for one. Look how virtuous we are. We're pushing away this Satan spawn from our game. So it's all about that like woke signal boost. But they could have said, hey, you know, they could have done it the professional way and saying, hey, you can't, we don't work with those who work with Flame Princess. We're going to let you go. Yeah. Here's your pay for what you've done. But thanks, but no thanks. But instead, they decided to go on Twitter and go for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tweet long post.
I know.
Just going on the cross. Oh, look how virtuous we are. Aren't we just so parable to Jesus?
That's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. And that's the thing that gets me the most. Like, they really did. They really did expect by doing this, we're going to be seen as like the heroes. we're gonna be like the good guys because we try and like fucked someone under the bus, you know, just for guilt by association, you know. Don't be fucking ridiculous. And you know the thing is, James pays better. Lamentations pays better than these guys do anyway. You know, what's the fucking issue? Harmful and problematic. What's this you sent me here, Garbgo? Let's see. What do they say? Harmful and problematic.
Harmful and problematic, specifically how? Specifics are the bane of blatant accusations. Don't expect an answer. So basically, like, okay, how are they problematic? No answer.
Yeah, we don't really know. They're just problematic. Do you guys not get it? Because we told you that they're problematic. They're obviously problematic. You don't need to ask questions about this. See, this is the thing. Like, you know, are these guys even game designers? Are they even interested in RPGs? Or is it just are they just activists in disguise? Judging from, like, you know, they did a couple adventures to do with Brexit and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a genuine question. Do RPGs can they be art? I think sometimes they can be. Are video games art? Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. So some
video games are art. Like Souls is art, if you ask me.
Some are, some aren't. But can tabletop role-playing games, can they be considered art? I think sometimes, yes, they can. So therefore, what is the ultimate form of? I think, like, you know, art has been used for political means forever. Propaganda is the ultimate example. But, like, you know, what about political dissent? What if you disagree with something? Are you allowed to create something in a mockery of it? Well, why not? I don't really see the biggest... Like, if you really so choose to, I'm not interested in it, but I don't have anything particularly... I don't think it's anything particularly wrong in doing so at the same time. Does that make sense? I know that's probably a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but I think, like, you know, if these guys want to, like, they made a couple things about Brexit. Sure, whatever. Like, you know, if that's what you want to do, like, you know, I think it's an interesting one to work with as, like, a post-apocalyptic...
Brexit and Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, like, look, if you want to do that, that's up to you. Like, look, we're doing Burger Punk, and essentially, what is Burger Punk? Burger Punk is all the worst aspects of America distilled into pure poison, you know? Like,
the great diabetes scourge of the Burger Punk world, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what it is, and, like, you know, to say that it doesn't have any parodies of the real world is just wrong. You know, and I'm really looking forward to Burger Punk. I think it's going to be a really fun book whenever it gets out, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. But, like, you know, it's still kind of, like, you know, to argue that it's not political at all, it's kind of political, even if I don't really want it to be. Does that make sense?
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
Yeah, the weebs aren't that bad. They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version, if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what
anyway,
you want.
If you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
Let's keep going. So, what happened over all this? What was the outlash? Like, what happened? Well, I'm very thankful that a lot of people turned around and was like, how about no, go fuck yourself? How does that sound?
Literally, Leyland Press was kind of with the group. And it went, and literally everyone went, fuck you! And it's all turned their backs on Leyline. And they're kind of panicking right now. They won't say they are, but you can guarantee when, like, when over 90% of the TTRPG world goes, fuck you, you dick. It's like, wait.
So let's say, what did James have to say when it first happened? What was his response? Let's see. I've got it up here on the screen.
So basically James is doing the I'm the adult here perspective.
See, on one hand, I'm like, yeah, I get it, James, but on the other hand, James likes to make edgy, offensive content, but he doesn't have it in him to argue with people online whenever people say like, oh, this is bigoted, this is hatred, this is
which is half the fun of making edgy content.
But James just doesn't have it in him to like argue back with these people. He just kind of like, it kind of does get to me sometimes because he just goes over.
What do you mean these people?
He does. He just kind of goes over
liberals.
But the thing is, James is incredibly liberal. That's the other big thing that gets me. Like, you know, if there was... James, I would say, is overwhelming and very left-leaning. So he is, which I think is kind of funny. Like, you know, it's the same as, like, Grim Jim. Grim Jim gets the same thing, overwhelmingly left-leaning. He hates it the most.
The thing. If there's one thing the left is good at, it's fucking eating their own.
Yeah. So like, let's see, what does Lamentations have to say? Let's get this up here, will we?
So participating in a trash mob is not a good thing, but it is fucking fun as shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you want to defeat their way of doing things, don't behave the same way. If it's bad when they do it, it's bad when you do it. I disagree. Talk about and encourage people to check out good things and the merits of those things and why they are good, not because people who have nothing to do with the good things decide to be dumb. And of course, here's Florida man. Grow some balls, Jim. Like right under it.
Yeah, where is it? Hold on, I can't.
Just scroll up.
Oh, no, I got it here. Grow some balls, Jim. Leland Press says your products received widespread critique for bigotry and other harmful issues. The only people making these claims are fringe, deranged liars who have been successful at boxing you in as a publisher. Keeping your hands down doesn't work. And you know what? He's true about that. Also, by the way, Florida man, that is. He did write Book of Antithesis. I think it's one of my favorite RPG books ever. It's actually on sale. We will get into this now.
For pure shock value.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, though. I think it's a really cool book. But you know what? I think Fruiter Man is pretty much spot on with this one. Too many times I feel like Lamentations I've got bitten just shafted constantly, and I feel like a lot of people just want to throw them under the bus. I think they really do make good products. The only downside about their products is they're full of mean-spirited TPKs. See, if you just tone down the TPKs, they're solid products. You know, they're not for everyone. They are a bit on the adult end of the spectrum, but like I think they're pretty solid, well put together. The quality of their books are very good, you know, across the board. I really like their stuff. So what happened then? Let's go on to Lamentations. Let's go on to their he put up a video today talking about it finally, and I think he made some really good points, so I'll link to that at the end. Let's see.
Well, you can play it, saying you can play it, and we can do commentary. That's how YouTube works nowadays anyway.
I suppose we could do that. So they put up a sale, so they did. They made all their PDFs for like $150. The PDF sale ended with over 28,000 PDFs sold. Thank you for your help and me burning out of my PDF market for a few months. Now read, play, and talk about the treasures you acquired. And you know what? And then they've also got a 30% sale on, so I'll link to that down below for their printed stuff that's going on.
Chill.
Yeah, well, you know what? I like their stuff though. I do. It's not like they make shite. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. What should, like? Let me just burn through some quick fire ones. What books should you pick up from them that's available at the minute? Carcosa isn't bad. I think it's okay. Honestly, it's more shock value than anything. Probably not worth picking up. Death Plus Doom, one of my favorites. Would definitely say you have to buy this. The anthology series is Blood, Fire, and Death. They're all very good. I think Death and Fire, though, are probably my favourite ones. I wasn't overly fussed on Blood, if I be honest with you guys. They're like compilations of adventures. What other ones do they have? Book of Antithesis, amazing book, definitely worth picking up. Staffordshire Trading Company, I actually just bought this one as part of my one. Hold on, actually, I'll get up Lamentations. Let me get it up here, and I'll show you guys what they have. So I bought on the EU store, I got a few things. So I don't know anything about a few of these. Apparently White Power is a bit trash, so it is. Terror in the Streets apparently is very good. Staffordshire Trading Company, see, this is the thing, they make such weird products. It's like a book of maps, but the maps are actually really well put together and they're really beautiful. Honestly, it's more like a book of calligraphy than anything. Pretty cool, worth checking out. Hold on, let me just go to print. The core rules, I don't know anyone that actually plays the core rules, if I be honest with you. I only know a couple people that play their core rules, but most people just like Lamentations just for their adventures. Let me just go through the stuff that I actually know about. Better Than Any Man, a lot of people swear by it. They say it's their best adventure they ever made. A lot of people, it was actually a free RPG Day product, and apparently a lot of game stores threw them in the bin, so they did, because they didn't like it, because it was too offensive. So yeah, that's the thing to check out. No Salvation for Witches.
Which means it's got to be good, right?
Yeah, you know it's got to be good if soy jacks were literally throwing them away in the bin. No Salvation for Witches. I bought this one.
This is heckin' disturbing read.
Yeah. No Salvation for Witches. I bought this so that I don't really know the ins and outs. It's to do with witches. That's all I can really tell you. Wasn't fussed on the blood anthology, but I think Fire and Death are very, very good, worth checking out. Don't know anything about a few of these. Terror in the Streets is like a murder mystery, so it is. Green Messiah is like Men in Black meets like 1700s. Like, it's really weird, so it is. I don't know if I'm really into it. I'm not a big fan of the artwork used in it. That there book of fucking magic missiles is really weird. See, Lamentations makes weird products. They've got an entire book of just magic missile. Death Costume, you have to get it. You have to play it. I'm telling you right now, you'd be mad not to. And then, now, by the way, this is only their EU store. I don't know, their American store is different. They've got different products in the store. Big Puppet, don't know anything about that. Frostbitten and Mutilated, I actually really like that. Me and Garbago actually reviewed that book, so we did. But the writer for that book got really upset with us over what we said about it, even though I thought we were overwhelmingly positive. What do you think, Garbago?
I don't...
The guy got really upset with us.
What did he say again? He said he went like off the fucking rail.
Yeah, he got really upset over what we said about Frostbitten and Mutilated, but I honestly thought it's a really good book, if I be honest.
We were like 98% positive. It's like, this one negative thing, how could you say this?
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I really don't get...
You should have licked my butthole the entire time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was like, holy fuck, I'm trying to actually give a genuine rundown of the book. And then the guy he got really upset with us. And you know what? I was like, I wasn't in the mood for it. I was like, you know what? It really doesn't matter that much. I'd rather just not bother with the review at all. No Rest for the Wicked. I've heard that's very good. Punchline, Killer Crowns. Apparently it's okay. Curse Chateau. I wish I bought this one. I kind of wish I'd picked that up in the... thingy in the seal, but I didn't. World of the Lost, it's like weird Gonzo Africa. It's really fucking weird, but I don't really know much else about it. Towers 2, I recently reviewed it. I really like it. If you enjoy the band Gore, you're going to enjoy Two Towers. And the only other book there that I know anything about is Book of Antithesis, which I think is one of my favourite and strangest RPG books I've ever came across, and it's also
definitely
shit.
It's definitely one of the strangest. I don't know about favorite. It's one of the strangest.
It's fucked up, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm more than happy with Shell and Lamentations because I think their products are actually quite good. Although some of their stuff can be very hit or miss, you know. So that's really the big rundown. What else can we take away from this, though? What else is there to say on this subject?
Get off the cross and near the fucking wood.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Don't try and do that. If you're gonna try, like, don't try and like other people. It's just cringe. It's
yeah.
just cringe. Like the whole thing is, you dare work for this man who paid you 5 times the average of what everyone else pays people? How could you? Be gone.
That's what gets me about it all. That's the. Or what reasons could they be doing it? There's a few that I think they could be up to. Are they up to no good? Most definitely they are. They're trying to sink people for guilt by association. They want everyone to only work on their books because you can't say boo. You know what I mean? These people can.
Well, it's completely unprofessional to start with. If someone's like, this guy's problematic for a brand, okay, cool, pay him, send him off. You don't go on loud on Twitter and try and like skin the man alive for daring to associate with someone who, by the way, the creator of Lamentations, like people trying to like, oh, it's sexual abuse. The guy who that's not even the guy who made Lamentations. It's the guy who was working with them, and they're trying to put the whole crew in the same box. Like, they're trying, like, oh, one guy did it, so you all did it. Like, it's not how that fucking works. That's like they fired the dude. Like,
that's the thing. And then like, so the whole Me Too thing with Zach. First of all, it's a load of shite anyway. Like, I don't buy into it. I just think most people.
If it was
like
such
Zach.
a problem, why'd you wait like 13 years to fucking bring it up?
Yeah.
If a guy rapes you, they tell you like in the next couple days, hey, this guy did this. Oh shit, we'll take care of it. You don't wait like a decade and go, oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure he touched my boob once. Like, it's just, my God. Like, if it's a huge issue, you take care of it as soon as possible. You don't wait years down the line when evidence is hard to track.
It was more than just that. It was ridiculous. I really don't want to get into the whole thing with Zach because Zach's fucking mental enough. But what I will say is, which I think is kind of interesting. So, Lead in Pleasant Land, which apparently is a very good book. I've never actually got the chance to properly read it, but from a lot of people that I've came across, it's like that have genuinely not just talked about Zach. Like, I like Zach's work. I honestly do. I do think he's a good writer. So he is. But the guy's got issues, and he's too closely associated with Lamentations, and it's rubbed off on Lamentations, sadly, which isn't great,
Oh, no. It didn't rub off. People rubbed him onto that project.
Yeah.
Picture like Lamentations as like a cheese grater and Zach a big old block of fucking stinky ass cheddar. Just like that. This is you now. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't know. Like, you can have your views or whatever, but like, I don't know. I think they make good products. But yeah, so Leyline Press, they can go fuck themselves. Near 200,000 people saw the tweet.
Give them the black mark.
And yeah, and they now have got a big, huge sale on. Hold on, let me just get it up on screen for you guys. Oh, by the way, we've got a sale on, by the way, 30% off. Neckbeardia.co.uk, pew, pew, pew. And Thingy also have a sale on. So let me just get it up here.
Do I watch the video or no?
No, I'll just link to it and you guys can see for yourself. See, this is the thing that annoys me though. I feel like James, again, a lot of the time he just kind of rolls over, which kind of annoys me, but I think he finally has spoken out against it. This is the thing that gets me. There's so many people that say, like, oh, Lamentations is this, Lamentations is that. And, like, if you have your own opinions, that's fine or whatever. But I feel like James never, like, sticks up for himself. And he doesn't, and he's, like, let himself be, like, pushed and pushed and pushed into obscurity. You know what I mean? And I think his company has really suffered because of that, He can't, like, James, I think, has a hard time, which is turning around and being like, yeah, these people are just cocksuckers. Do you want to buy some books? You know what I mean?
Just lightly touch the Goblin Mode sticker and let it go on for like a minute and a half. That's all you gotta do. Turn on Goblin Mode for 1 minute, then turn it back off.
Yeah, just be like, well, what are you on for? You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, I'm not saying be argumentative. I'm not saying, like, oh, you know what? Everyone needs to be constantly at each other's throats. But, like, a simple matter of, well, you're fucking wrong, and here's why. And call it a day, you know what I mean? And, like, there's a lot, like, the mentally ill will always be mentally ill. Let's not forget ourselves. There's a lot of people online you're never going to be able to see eye to eye with. You will never be able to sit down and these people don't have good faith anyway. Like, they're probably arguing for the pure sake of it anyway. Like, these people can't be trusted. That's all I'm going to say. And you're never going to be able to change their worldview. I think, like, what year is it? Debate me, bro. What are you talking about? It's not fucking 2012 anymore. You know what I mean? To beat me, bro. Don't be fucking ridiculous. Look, the lines have been drawn in the sand for a very long time at this point. Either you can think one way, you can think the other way, or you can think in between. I would say make your own mind up about it, and that's it. And I don't think anyone can say to anyone online that it'll truly change their opinions on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it comes down to for me. What would you say, Garbo?
I mean, honestly, the best thing to say is mind your own fucking business. Like, and be professional. That'd be a great start. Like ever since I got into this whole game creator fucking sphere, these guys will backstab each other left and right.
And fucking divas, man.
It's like, can't you guys just mind your own fucking business and stop being such a fucking divas?
That's what
Like,
it is.
I'm
though.
better than you. I'm better than you. You're both shit. Shut up. Like, God damn it.
I know, there's a lot of dick swinging, and you know the biggest thing is they hate it. They hate. You know what? A lot of writers just cannot fucking stand whenever other people do well. You know, their idea is
the crab bucket's insane. Dude.
oh man, it is. So it's pure crab bucket mentality. A lot of these people have, where it's like, you know what? I can't be happy whenever other people do well. Like, you know, obviously, when like if someone makes it a good product, no, what are you on about? That's a horrible product. No, here's why it's so shit. Don't worry, I'm wrong.
You should buy mine.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like, oh, if they're playing someone else's book, they're not buying my books, or you know, it's like a personal attack against me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck me, catch yourself on. I think people have very specific tastes, and if some people want to play this and some people want to play that, you know what? All you can really do is create things that you yourself are interested in and you yourself want to play. And if you enjoy playing it, and if you format it and put it all together and make it look really nice, I'm sure other people would play the same game as you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that much different. That's the way I view it anyway. But no, you're a victim of wrongthink. I'm sorry, Garb. We set you to the
wrong thinking association. Yeah, you dare say with Neckbeardia, you're trash. I'm like, well, yes, but still.
Yeah. How dare
like, and the worst part is, if you're a creator, people go, you're X. You just go, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just tell them, I don't fucking care. Whatever. Like, you do you. Like, the worst thing you do is react to these motherfuckers. They're like, oh, either you don't react at all, or say I don't care, or you go full bore, unleash goblin mode, and just tear them down in Twitter. Apparently, it's like the only real reaction you have nowadays.
It is. That's all you can do. All you can do.
I will say one's a lot more fun than the other, though. You get into a shouting match on Twitter. I hate how much I enjoy it.
No, I don't have it in me to argue with
you
people.
dare kill a woman, and I'm like, I'll crack my knuckles. Like, I've killed more than just one.
Well, I think Lamentations did the best that they could, and they sold 28,000 PDFs, which is absolutely insane. Although the only downside is, I think they've probably ran out of people to sell books to at this point, you know, when it comes to selling PDFs, because they've just sold so fucking many of them, which is kind of insane, you know. But look, I think that's where we're going to wrap up for today, will we?
Wrap up this shit show.
Yeah, I don't really think there's anything I really want to add to it, bar... I don't know. This type of stuff just annoys me, and I see it more and more. The political divide. Why is it anything that I've ever got into is fucking invaded with activists, man? Like, it feels like I've never anything that I've got into.
Because liberals are a fucking infection and they stew inside of our fucking bodies.
That's what
40K full of liberals. It's worse now. Fucking RPGs full of liberals. It's worse now.
I would say 40K isn't half as bad. 40K, at least, like you have to pay to get in. So the activists are kind of like barred within reason. But when it comes to RPGs,
there's a fucking paywall.
Yeah, at least there's a paywall. Like, I'll give it that. Yeah, I hate the paywall personally. I hate the paywall as well. But at least it fucking keeps some of them out. You know what I mean? Whereas, let's be serious, RPGs like tabletop role playing games may as well be a free hobby at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you will never have to buy anything bar maybe dice, and even then, if you so choose to, you got Dice School or apps on your phone, you know, so you will never have to fork over a penny ever, and you could play RPGs your entire life without ever buying anything. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna love yous and leave you guys. What do you think about this fucking disaster? How would you have handled that if you were hit with guilt by association? You know, how would you fight back against it? Would you fight back, or would you just put on a seal? I think this was the best way you could have done it. Part of me was annoyed at the start, but you know what? It was probably the best thing James could have done, and I feel like that video about the past week.
I would do both. I'll do a seal first, and then go goblin mode in comment sections. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I'll take both the beaches and the airborne attack on the back of the artillery line.
Yeah. Well, look, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you ever,
don't lie. No one enjoyed, like, oh god, these they're like, oh, you enjoy this? I mean, I watched it, but I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, look, all I'm saying is, like, if you you ever come across a product and you see on it like Leyland Press, you know what type of people they are. That's all I'm gonna say. I would never say no, don't buy from them, don't ever pick their stuff up. But if you know what type of people they are, and if you know that they're
I'll say it. Don't buy from them. They're fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, look,
He won't say it, but I will. God damn it.
yeah, well, Barbara, you can say it. I don't really like the idea of boycotting. I don't really personally.
They don't
agree with
deserve your money. They deserve ridicule and shame.
it. Yeah, and I think that's where we're gonna love yous and leave yous. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.
All those moments we lost.